Sorry for the inconvenience caused to you. So, a very good evening, everyone. Welcome to the today's webinar on the Unlocking Your Future: How to Build a Successful Career in Arbitration, organized by Legal Vidya. I am Paras Chug, and I will be your host for the today's session. We are thrilled to have you join us today as we delve into such a crucial topic that affects legal professionals and aspiring arbitrators. Building a successful career in arbitration requires a deep understanding of the legal landscape, including the essential skills, knowledge, and strategies to thrive in this dynamic field. As we explore the opportunities and challenges in arbitration, offering insights into how to navigate this evolving area of law. Whether you are a law student, a practicing lawyer, or legal professional looking to transition into arbitration, this webinar aims to provide you with the tools and knowledge needed to succeed. We will discuss the essential qualifications, practical experience, and strategies for building a robust arbitration practice. It's a valuable opportunity for all stakeholders to gain insights into the arbitration process, enhance their career prospects, and contribute to resolving disputes effectively and efficiently as well. Today, we will be focusing on how to build a successful career in arbitration, from understanding the core competencies required to exploring the best pathways for professional growth. Let's dive in and discover how you can unlock new opportunities in this exciting field. Before we begin, let me give you a brief overview of Legal Vidya. It is established in 2021. Legal Vidya is a pioneering online edtech platform dedicated to nurturing legal education. We offer a wide range of opportunities, including internships, webinars, workshops, and courses to cater to various learning needs in the legal domain. We also provide a platform for individuals to showcase their expertise through their article publications, fostering a vibrant community of legal discourse. We are proud to create spaces where learning and dialogue can thrive. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's webinar, Advocate Iram Majid ma'am. She is a standing counsel for central government at Delhi High Court and is highly accomplished legal professional with over 19 years of experience in arbitration and mediation. She has handled numerous arbitrations and over 300 mediations, earning a recognition as the youngest Indian certified by the International Mediation Institute. She serves as the director of the Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation and the executive director of the Asia Pacific Center for Arbitration and Mediation. Uh, Ms. Iram Majid ma'am is also a mediator for the ICC and the United Nations Ombudsman and has trained over 3,000 plus professionals worldwide. Her extensive roles include honorary director at Lloyd Law College and observer for the United Nations Ministerial Working Group 2. Advocate Iram Majid ma'am is empaneled as an arbitrator across various international arbitration centers and is a legal counsel for the Delhi Jal Board and the Delhi High Court Legal Aid. She has authored a book on mediation housed in the United Nations Library and conceived the Mediators Wellness Project. Among her many accolades are the BIAMEC Top 10 Mediators in Asia Pacific Award and the APCAM Best Administration Award 2023. This webinar will be recorded and the recording will be shared with all the registrants. I kindly ask all the participants to keep their microphones muted and cameras off during the session, and please save your questions for the end. And the feedback form will be shared during the webinar, so you have to fill that form and don't ask the form. Our team will be shared during the session. So without further ado, let's extend a warm welcome to Advocate Iram Majid ma'am. We are excited to hear her insights. The floor is yours, ma'am.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Mr. Chuk, for this kind introduction. And I'm always happy to share anything with regard to arbitration and mediation. And if I say about Sunday, so I can understand that this is a Sunday evening, and I could see more than 200 people who are sitting over here. So this shows that how arbitration is now becoming very common and also the top of the town. So I'm happy to share, whatever I did during my journey of to becoming an arbitrator and arbitration counsel. and happy to address any kind of question which you people have, because many people who have joined this webinar, they might be knowing arbitration, many of you may not be knowing arbitration, and many of you may be very much enthusiastic and moved by your friends or seeing somebody like me that who are doing great in arbitration, so that you want to connect with this topic. So maybe many of you may have different intention and different perceptions when you are joining this training when you are joining this webinar. So I'm happy to accept any kind of question or address any kind of questions. So generally in such webinars also, I ask questions in beginning, because once I understand what the audience want, and then I will be taking my session accordingly and start my talk accordingly. But as I understood that recently Mr. Chug has said that you have to keep your camera what you say off, and you will be asking question in the end. But in the meantime, if you want to put any question, you can put in the chat box, if that will be pop up. So i'll be uh, I'll be taking it during my session. So with this, now I'm going to start about unlocking your future in arbitration. So I would like to know, if you people can raise your hands, or if you could write in the chat box. So is there anybody who has no idea what is arbitration, or the people who are very new to arbitration? Okay, so that means there are few people who are very new to arbitration. They have no idea, but so let me explain them what is arbitration first, and then arbitration background, and then what is the future which this arbitration can provide you as a career opportunity as well. But before that, let me tell you about myself. When I did my law, and definitely I also had this ADR as my subject, and you will not believe that when I did my law, I took this only as a subject, arbitration and mediation. And it was like a very boring thing idea for me. And I had no idea that I am going to build my career into it only. And so when I cleared my exam, and the only thing was that I wanted to just get secure marks, it was just a subject for me. Arbitration was just a subject for me. But now, when I'm telling you about arbitration, so it is not the subject for you, but this is a career opportunity for all of you. So don't take this as a subject. Suppose if you are in your third semester, or if you are in your very early level of your college, so maybe in the advanced fifth year or the fourth year, you are going to understand what is arbitration. Or if you are already a lawyer who are struggling to become an arbitrator, so for them also, please don't take this as a subject. Don't take this as a substantive law. This is a procedure. This is a procedural law, number one. And number two is, this is a career opportunities. Many people, they are earning only by way of understanding about arbitration. So it is not just that you will be knowing that what this subject can give you, what is um, what this topic will give you. But even for the non-lawyers, I have seen people who are from engineering background, who are from the medical background, who are from chartered institute, like company secretaries or accountants also. They all are now joining this or integrating arbitration into their existing career, so that they can extend or they can expand themselves. So this is very promising. I did not understand at that point of time when I was doing law, because nobody was there to guide me and to make me understand that this is something which is very promising and very, you can get money and you can get fame into this. So, but let me tell you, we must start with the topic that what is arbitration. So, arbitration is a dispute resolution mechanism, and this is alternative dispute resolution mechanism. It is one of the method to resolve your dispute outside the court. And in this, the third party, who is a neutral third party, who will be selected by the by jointly by both the parties, he will be resolving the dispute by hearing, or it's not resolving always, but it is adjudicating. He will adjudicate a dispute with the help of your pleadings, evidence also, and then he will publish an award. The award will be binding and legal. This is what the arbitration is. But it is different from mediation, and many people, they take the name of arbitration and mediation, interchangeably, but it is not something which is one and same. It is different. Mediation is a dialogue. It is a facilitation where both the party will facilitate, and the neutral third party will help them to facilitate with the help of communication, and they resolve the dispute. So there, the party resolve the dispute, but in arbitration, the arbitrator adjudicates on the dispute. Arbitration is more or less like similar to the court, but it will not happening in the court setting. It will happen outside the court, and the party will have no control over it. Only the arbitrator will have the control. Party has an autonomy to select who will be the arbitrator. Party has autonomy to select where the arbitration should be conducted. That is a venue. Party should have autonomy to which place the arbitration should be fixed as a legal, or have a legal connection. So that is what you call seat in arbitration. So that party can decide, right? And if somebody can say that what is better in mediation and arbitration, so I must say every dispute is different, and arbitration and mediation is a way to resolve your dispute, and which according to the need of the party, or according to the need of the user, or according to the dispute, you have to design the process, and you have to advise your client whether he should go for arbitration or he should go for mediation. But arbitration only happens in the commercial dispute. The dispute should be commercial in nature. Mediation has a bigger canvas. In mediation, the dispute, other than given in schedule 1 of the mediation act, because now we have mediation law also. So mediation law has 10 schedules. Schedule 1 talks about that which are the disputes which are not capable for mediation. So then you can see that which are the disputes which cannot go for the mediation. They are very limited, very, very limited. Other than those disputes, any dispute can go for mediation. So mediation has a bigger canvas, but mind it that either it is mediation or either it is arbitration, both the method are, or both the process are international. So this profession is global. You need not to be what you call practice domestically. You have domestic laws, you have domestic arbitration, you can have domestic mediation, but simultaneously, if you want to grow, if you want to make your name internationally, then you can have you can explore more about it. So the first and primary thing is to know and understand what is arbitration, how it will be helpful for you, what benefits you will be having if you are pursuing this in your career, and how you can excel into it. And the people who already struggling, who has done their trainings and all those things, so how they can get maximum cases, or how they can get the cases, how they can get impanelments, because arbitration is a tribunal practice. You cannot go to the court and practice for the arbitration. So that is how you can do it. And if suppose you are staying outside India, then it is very, very good, because every country is now having this mechanism which is common in nature. It is a uniform law. If I talk about the law a little bit, that how the law developed in arbitration. So new arbitration is not something which is very new for us, because from the panchayat system we have adopted in our culture about arbitration. There we have five. In panchayats, we have 5 people who will decide, sitting in the panchayat, and they adjudicate. It was not mediation, but it was the nature of the panchayat system was more arbitrary in nature, and it was an arbitration. Only the thing was that the people will be giving more. All the parties will be giving the time to speak, and they were given the time to narrate their facts or to present their case. But it was arbitration. The nature was more or less similar to the arbitration. So the arbitration was not new to us. It was in 1899 we had the first arbitration law, though it was very selectively happening in few countries, few states only. That is the presidency states. And thereafter we had 1940 Act. Though 1948, what we had is more or less based on the English Arbitration Act, but 1940 we had an Arbitration Act. And 1940, you minded that at that point of time, we were the colony of Britishers. At that point of time, British government were ruling on us, and we were liberated in 1947. But the Arbitration Act were there even before we liberated. And from where we got the Arbitration Act, it was English Arbitration Act. So we got the arbitration from English. people, and it was more or less on the same provisions. And thereafter, if you see internationally, the arbitration becoming very very common, and many countries, they are involved in arbitration and they want to have a uniform law. So United Nations, they develop a body called UNCITRAL. That is United Nations body, UNCITRAL. And UNCITRAL is the body which makes law. And if you read my profile also, so I'm the one who keep on going and represent in United Nations in the UNCITRAL working group too. So there are the working groups which are responsible for making law. So UNCITRAL working group 2, they took deliberations and they come up with the uniform law or the uniform model law for arbitration, that is UNCITRAL model law. That happened in um, in in 1985. And after 1985, then Indian Arbitration Act was also changed, and then 1940 Act was very very bad law, and then it was improved by 1996 Act. 1996 Act, still we have 1996 Act. It is based on United Nations Working Group 2's law, that is what we call UNCITRAL model law. All over the world, all the country, they follow the same pattern, they follow the same law. So if you understand the law in arbitration in India, you can practice anywhere because the law is same. It is based on the model law. UNCITRAL has given a model, and that was copied by everybody with minimum changes according to the need of their country, according to the country. Thereafter, what happened, then we had seen certain amendments, the amendment 2015, amendment 2019, 2021. So these are the amendment we have seen in Arbitration Act, but that amendment was not something which made the arbitration act very obsolete or so, but it hammered down few provisions which were not very effectively. So after having this Arbitration Act amended, Arbitration Act, now the Arbitration Act is very much user friendly, very good act, very effective for the users. So now what act we have is very good to start your career, to start your practice, and what all the benefits you can have, how you can improve yourself, and what you need to do to make your career into it. So my question is that whosoever are sitting over here, and howsoever whatever you are doing in your profession, maybe you are a student, maybe you are sitting abroad, maybe you are already a practitioner, you want to integrate it, and maybe you are not from the non-legal background. So this session is for everyone, for everyone. I have tried to make it inclusive for each and everyone. And believe me, whatever I will be telling you, it is not something which I have copied it from any book, which I have seen somebody is speaking. I am telling you the truth of my life, I am telling you the fact of my life, I am telling you my journey only. It is not taken from anybody. So if I could do it following those steps, I am 100% sure that each of you, if you will be following it, not totally but at least 2 or 3 steps in that, then you will be able to do wonders in your life. Because I have seen my graph, how it was. So as Mr. Chuk has told you that it's my 19 years of my practice. So I was practicing in High Court. I started my career from the litigation only. Still I'm standing counsel, so I'm into litigation. But even then, my heart was, I was searching for something else. I thought that we have law, we have everything. Even then, I was not satisfied what I was doing. I think that I feel that I need to do something which is more user friendly, which is more for the people who, or the parties who come for the litigation. Then I understood that the arbitration and mediation is something by which people can get actually justice delivery. It is the process which is more as a wholesome for the access to justice. And then because it is time bound in arbitration, you see, you have to decide the arbitration within a year. So within a year, party will be having the award in their hand with the minimum extensions or so. In mediation also, if you see, within few days the party will be having the settlement in their hand. So that is what user friendly. It is not something for the court, it is not something for the judges, it is not something bound by the procedures. So I thought that this is something which is my calling, and I should explore more. And for that reason, I went to Harvard, I went to different universities. I did so many trainings. Still, if I get a chance to attend a webinar, to attend any kind of seminars, to attend any kind of conference, to attend any kind of talk, I don't miss the chance, because knowledge is something which can never fail you. which can never fail you. You will get, let's say, if you know any, if you know what is arbitration, if you know what is mediation, if you are even into this, even then you will get one or two clue which may be very helpful for you. So that is what the arbitration is. So now from here I am telling you about that, what you can do into to make your career into arbitration. So one thing is what all the opportunities you have. Now one opportunity you have that you can be an arbitrator. Second opportunity you have that you can be an arbitration counsel. Third opportunity you have that you can be service provider. Service provider, I'll come to that. What is service provider? You can open your own institution. Institution means arbitration institution, because after 2019 amendment, there is a amendment, and there is a body which is inserted, that is called Arbitration Council of India. Arbitration Council of India will take care of all the institution in India. It will be an umbrella body, though it is not notified so far, but it will be an umbrella body which will take care of all the institution. And in those institution, if you are starting that institution, then the power of the appointment with the court will be seized now, and the entire power of the court will be given to the institution. So these institutions will work like an tribunal, day and night. So that is why you will be having a lot of opportunity to get the business into it. So you can be like a person who can start institution. You can be a service provider who can have the who can have the panel for the people, and also you can provide the rooms. If suppose you want to open a building contains certain rooms for the arbitration hearing, you can rent it out, those arbitration hearing rooms, and you can earn even in one day 5 lakhs or 6 lakhs in a day, if your rooms are very good, and your services are very good for the, which caters the need of the users. So that is what you call the infrastructural benefits you can have. So that is one thing. And second thing is that you can be into academics. You can be a trainer, you can be a faculty in arbitration. This is what about the arbitration. Similarly, you can have for the mediation as well. You can have such kind of thing for the mediation. You can be a mediator. Suppose if you would like to go for the mediation. Somebody told me when I started my career, I wanted to be restricted myself to mediation. Then somebody told me that what you want, Iram, exactly. I said, I want to be ADR expert. Then they said, if suppose you want to be an ADR expert, then you should not be confined yourself only with arbitration. Arbitration and mediation will go hand in hand. So you need to connect with mediation also, as well as arbitration also. So be in both the thing, because it will go hand in hand. So that is why that day only I decided that I will be training myself in that manner, that suppose if it is an arbitration, I can answer anything. I should know the subject very well. If it is a mediation, then I should be the master of mediation. And for that reason, if you see my profile, I am not only teaching arbitration, I am not only teaching mediation, I am doing cases in arbitration, I am doing cases in mediation as a mediation lawyer or arbitration lawyer, or as a mediator, as an arbitrator. And secondly, I am administering also. So I have seen arbitration from all the angles, from the teaching point of view, from the practitioner point of view, from the neutral point of view, and from a administered point of view, or the administrator point of view. So then it will give you a very, very big idea that what this field holds for you. I am telling you honestly, this field holds a lot for you. The only thing is your attitude. You have to understand what all the things. Even tribunal secretary now these days, many students or many people who who want to attend this, they complete the tribunal secretary training, and then they will join us, and they say that we want to be into this mediation training, and then sorry, mediation into arbitration tribunal, and they will be the tribunal secretary. They will manage the file, they will help the court, this arbitrator, and they will get money also. So that is also one way of understanding it. So now from here, what why you should do it. See, the question is that why you should do it, what is the career opportunities, and forget about male and female. See, I have seen one thing here, that you may get certain difficulty when you are a female, once you are coming up. But once you have made your name, then after that, there is no problem. There is no problem. You should be there. The only thing is you should be there. Don't quit. If you will quit, if you will leave, if you will feel that this is something not for me, then this is not for you. So don't quit. That is one thing. And second thing is, have patience. Whatever you are seeing me is not the product of 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. Many people, they come to me and they feel that after understanding this, I can do this. What Iram ma'am is doing, we can also do this. See, no, it is not easy. So what you have to do is, you have to be there, remain there, have patience, and give time. Because without understanding, without having knowledge, nobody can access. So you need to understand, you need to understand the subject, understand the in and out of it. So give time to yourself to contain knowledge, to get the knowledge, and to excel into it. Without having knowledge, you will be the person who will know the half fact. And once you will be going outside world, you will be going internationally, you will be exposed very easily. So this is what I tell to my all juniors, to my all associates, my interns and all, that please don't give this a try that I can do this like this. No, you have to understand it, you have to read it, you have to research, you have to do everything. And then, with every case, you will get to know the new facts or new dispute. So that is why this field is something which is very vast. Just by having trainings or anything, you cannot claim that I am master. You cannot. You have to give time, and the time is, I have given the time. So what I am seeing is, now people, they come to me and they say, ma'am, how difficult it was for you. So it was very difficult for me. It was very difficult for me. See, I can't tell that how much I used to cry, right? How much I used to cry, how much struggle I had every day morning in my life. And struggles are there still, but now we have different attitude. So we understand, we know that how to handle these struggles also. So now the attitude has changed. Earlier there was the attitude was like that, okay, I used to cry. And so beneath Iram, Iram is somebody who is standing on the floor, but beneath that floor there are a lot of struggles, lot of tears, lot of fears, lot of apprehensions, lot of insecurities, and lot of traumas. And for that reason, let me tell you that you have to overcome all those things, right? So now coming back to the topic, this is something, this is like so many things which when I talk about it, I relate to my life, because everything will come very lively and very fresh in front of my eyes, that how I came to Delhi, how I struggled. I came with a tote bag. Staying in a hostel near High Court and Supreme Courts of Delhi. So those are the things, which completely fresh in front of my eyes, and I can't resist myself to tell each and everyone, especially to the females, because financial independence is something which is very, very important for you. You may be a good person, you may get married to a good person, you can have the money from the other people, but no, the the thing which you will earn for yourself, this is your name and your fame and the money, that is unmatchable. So you need to be financially secure first, right? So now why you should do it? So arbitration will give you a lot of fame, that is for sure 100%. Arbitration will give you a lot of money, that is also for sure 100%. Why I am telling you this? Because I am, as I told you, I am not telling you anything which I have taken from the book. It is my own experience. I am a lawyer, I am practicing in court, and I know that what is the benefit, how the people can earn in arbitration. See, there was a case in the name of Yokas. It was a Russian case. The claim which was awarded was 90 lakh, 90,000, 90 billion US dollars, sorry, 90 billion US dollar was the amount that was awarded in the claim. And the lawyer for the claimant got 50 million US dollar. And the counsel for the respondent who lost the case, he got 35 million US dollar. This is what I am telling you about the international scenario. But you just come back to the India and you think about Indian scenario, you will get that money within a year, and you will get the money according to the need, because arbitration is a commercial dispute, sometimes very small, very meager, but sometimes it is very, very big, very, very big. I did recently one case, 28,000 crores, 28,000 crores. So you will get a very big, disputes when it is about international or domestic arbitration. So by that, seeing that, I'm telling you the potential, that how much money you can earn, how much, you know uh, how much benefit you will be having in being called as an arbitration lawyer. And the most important thing which I would like to tell you, I'll be very honest with all of you, very, very honest, that there are not much people who can claim themselves as an arbitration lawyer. So there you have a lot of opportunity. There are not much people who can claim them arbitration lawyer. And when I'm talking about arbitration lawyer, I am including those people who are non-legal, because they can be arbitration representative in the arbitration from their expertise, from their domain expertise. So that is for all. So that is why I said why you should do it. So I told you about arbitration. I told you about the evolution of this law. I told you why arbitration, and I told you what you can be in when you do in arbitration. So now I am coming to that how to do it, because many people, they say you can do this, you can do that, you can be there, you can be arbitrator also. But the other, again, the important thing which remain always been unanswered is that how you can do it, what are the steps you can take. I'll be again telling you the steps which I had taken. There was no one at that point of time who could guide me. Now I have mentor, and I can understand that how the graph change once you have your mentor. So the first and foremost thing I would like to tell all of you, that please have your mentor. I'll underline this. I'll underline this, have your mentor, because the mentor not only guide you that how you should do things, but he will tell you what not to do. It is not about what you should be doing. The more and most important it what you should not do, and that will be told to you by your mentor, that what should not be done, how things should not be done. See, there are many people, you will, if you will search the Google, if you see the WhatsApp University or so, there are a lot of things who can, or a lot of people who can guide you, ये करो ऐसे करो वैसे करो, ऐसे करना है वैसे करना है। आपको ये सब बहुत ज्ञान मिलेगा, लेकिन आपको ये ज्ञान नहीं मिलेगा कि क्या नहीं करना है। So what I am telling you is that you should be understanding what you are not supposed to do, because एक बार का गलत टर्न लिया हुआ आपको वापस आने में कम से कम 10-15 मिनट का रास्ता खराब कर देता है। That is what, if suppose you will be, even you will be following GPS. By following GPS, even then you will take sometimes a wrong turn, and then coming back to the normal way, it will take some times. तो लाइफ तो बहुत पे करवाएगी आपसे, लाइफ बहुत पे करवाएगी if you will be taking a wrong decision at one point of time. It's not that what you are doing, it's the wrong decision which you have taken without having asking from anybody. Then it will take a lot of time to come back to the normal position, right? Sometimes it may take 10 to 20 years, or sometimes आप कभी वापस नहीं आ पाते उस भूल से। तो इसलिए the starting point is always, I used to do or used to say this in the end of my webinar or in the end of my talk, that please have mentor. But now I have changed it, because seeing the situation which is now happening around, have your mentor. That is the first thing. That is the first and foremost thing, right? And if you feel that I'm not the person who is getting any mentor or so, please try to follow people, on the LinkedIn or so, and try to see that which person is, you are more connecting with that person, or which person you feel that is should be, my guide, my mentor. Accordingly you start following him or her, whatever it is. Second thing is, when I said the use the platform or the LinkedIn platform also, so this is something which is very, very, very important. And again, I am saying, I am not telling you about the legal centric thing. All of you must be on Instagram. My Instagram is good for making reels. बहुत अच्छा है, रील बनाओ, हंसो, बैठो, सबको देखो, but that will not give you work. Minimum work, maybe minimum work. That will increase your community, but not your professional community. So for the professional community, you should join LinkedIn. If you are on LinkedIn, don't forget to update yourself. Whatever it is, suppose if you want to be in the criminal law, you want to be good into civil laws, you want to be good into anything, you should be there, on LinkedIn. If suppose you are not there on LinkedIn, you don't exist for me. मेरे classes होते हैं, ठीक है, लेट्स से एक बार बता रही हूँ, मेरे क्लासेस होते हैं, मैं क्लासेस के बारे में लिंक्डइन पे अपडेट कर देती हूँ, मैं कहीं अपडेट नहीं करती, आई जस्ट अपडेट ऑन लिंक्डइन. आई undertook pro bono classes. I have done it for more than 2,000 students or 2,000 people so far, and the people joined from international, globally people joined it. How they come to know? They come to know only through LinkedIn. And today, if I am sitting over here, I am giving this talk, I met Mr. Chug only on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn will give you work, and this is your network. and your network is more important than your work. Many people say network is important, like this or that. I say that your network is more important than your work. आज बहुत इंटेलिजेंट लोग पढ़े हैं लेकिन वो नीचे रह जाते हैं, क्यों? क्योंकि उनकी नेटवर्क नहीं है. So network is very important. Connect on LinkedIn. If you don't have any friend, please make your this thing, send request to me from the zero friend this thing. But you should be connected with the people. जब connect करते हैं हम उनको follow करते हैं पता नहीं कौन सी चीज किसकी हमें कब connect कर जाती है, कब क्या clue दे जाती है और कब कहाँ पर हमको कोई एक vision दे जाती है. We have no idea. And again, why I'm telling you this, because I got my vision in one seminar. I attended one seminar that was on arbitration. I met people and I come to know about Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation, that is IIM, and where I am director today. And my everything is because of that institute. And if suppose I would have not gone there, I would have not met those people, how I would be knowing about this institution which gave me name? 2017 December, I joined that conference. 2018, I joined this institution. 2019, I became the trainer, and 2019, I become the director. And then, because if you get a platform, एक platform जो मिल जाता है ना, उस platform पे आप बहुत कुछ बना सकते हो. You believe me, अगर platform नहीं है आप कुछ भी बनाओगे, then it will not be the thing which can give you so many things. So you need kind of platform. आपको एक प्लेटफॉर्म चाहिए होता है. सो दैट प्लेटफॉर्म इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू एंड योर मेंटर, योर गाइड कैन प्रोवाइड यू दैट, राइट? सो दैट इज सेकंड थिंग. सो बी ऑन लिंक्डइन, update yourself, advertise yourself, no harm in that, right? If suppose you have nothing के भाई मैं क्या करूं LinkedIn पर, then get one good judgment and then analyze that judgment in just one para or two para. Just do it. Now you have Google to do so many things. It's very easy. हम लोग के टाइम पे सोचा ना क्या मुश्किल थी. It was so difficult for us, at that point of time, coming from altogether a very humble and traditional background, and sitting in Delhi, it was not an easy task. Right? So that is one thing. And my LinkedIn is Iram Majid. You can see Iram Majid and you can see my photo that is 7 years old. So so you will see central government standing council. So then you will recognize that it is Iram Majid, right? So that is there. So after this now, the third thing is which you need to focus is reading and writing. Don't underestimate. Suppose if you are the one who is a very silent person who are not doing anything, but you keep on writing. So your pen have a power, it carry weight. So you keep on writing blogs or anything, whatever you do, you keep on writing things. If you will be writing, you will be analyzing, you will be criticizing, or you will be updating anything. So that is very important and very good. So keep on reading and writing, because reading and writing will never be out of fashion, So that is one thing. And another thing is that you can become the member of few groups, right? And those groups are giving membership free of cost. I can tell you some international groups whereby you can become member, and then you will get news every month, every week, every fortnightly. You will get the news that we are having this conference, we are having this seminar, we are having this. Please join that, because by having that, that will be putting you in a circle. क्या होता है कि हम एक टाइम तक हम अपनी मेहनत से एक जगह पहुंचते हैं, एक जगह पहुंचने के बाद कहता है हम स्टक कर जाते हैं. स्टक करने के बाद क्या होता है कि हमको ना एक सर्कल चाहिए होता है, हल्का सा पुश चाहिए होता है. And that push, sometimes we have exhausted our entire energy, and that we are looking for that genuine and positive push. And that push can be given to you by that circle. So it is always important to join one group or to join that circle, and that is a membership. So you can take the membership of ICC. So ICC is one of the major institution, and you can take the membership. You can search on the Google for Young ICC group, and then if suppose you are very active or so, you can become what you call the regional head as well. So join ICC, join CR, Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. Join CR if you are if you are the one who are very good into arbitration, then you can join the courses. If you are the youngsters or the entry one level people, then what you can do is you can you can become a young ICC member. So that is also free of cost. Both the things, whatever I'm telling you, is free of cost. SIAC, Singapore International Arbitration Center, that is SIAC, SIAC. So you can become YCAC member also. Then you will be getting, so many information about conferences also. And please, again, I'm telling you, if you want to visible into this field, then these conferences are very, very important. You should be visible, once you will be visible, then you will be known to the people, because it is a very, very small community. It is very small community, right? So then you can join this one. As I told you CIAC, I told you CR, I told you this ICC, and then is also AIAC. IIAC is Kuala Lumpur Center. Kuala Lumpur Center is also very good center. Even HKIAC, Hong Kong International Arbitration Center. So these are the centers you can join free of cost, because they have young group. And now even IIAM, that is the, from where I am, that is Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation. 16th of November, this next month, 16th of November, we are hosting an event in Habitat Center in Delhi, New Delhi, and whereby we are also launching our group for youngsters. So that is Young IIAM we are launching. So, and also we are launching this uh, research center. So that is also there. So I'll be writing that in the chat box also. Once I'll be leaving, before leaving, I will write down the center's name where you can become the member free of cost, and you will get to know everything, newsletters and so many things, right? So that is one thing. Now another thing is that trainings, what kind of trainings you should join. That is something which is very, very, very important, that what kind of training you should join. See, the people, they just start doing training programs. They will be just calling 1%, 2%, 3%, and then they will be hosting trainings also. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. The training which must be given by some institutions are more reliable. So only things which you have to understand is, you have to see whether the trainings are being given or organized by institution or not. If it is by just a person, or because they have no idea what should be the curriculum, they have no idea that how it will be great for each of you. So you need to understand, the first thing is that whether this is being given by any institution or not. That is the first thing in the training program. दूसरी चीज जो आपको ध्यान में रखनी है, वो ये रखनी है कि अगर आप वो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम करते हो, उस ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम में आप जब पैसे देते हो, उस पैसे के बाद आपको मिलता क्या है, what you are getting after giving that money. So suppose if you are not getting any empanelment, then don't do it. If you are not getting accreditation, अभी मैं बताऊंगी accreditation क्या होती है और आप कैसे ले सकते हैं, तो don't do it. Sometimes what happen is, suppose being on the panel, you will say, अरे भाई मैंने ट्रेनिंग करा था, मैंने इतना पैसा दिया था, मैं पैनल पे भी था, मुझे कुछ नहीं हुआ. See, that panel will give you 100 panels. The only thing is, which happens, which is a problem, which is a barrier in our profession, is once after having the training program, it is very difficult to get one good panel. लेकिन IIM में और थोड़े से और जो institutions हैं, वहाँ पे क्या है, that once you will do the training, you will be impaneled. Once you will impaneled, then you can write down in your profile. Once you will be writing down in the profile, and suppose there is a good in panel also, if you want to join, then you can say that I am already a paneled arbitrator in so and so organization. So it is always important that you are not just taking a piece of paper as a certificate, but that should be something which carries weight. So the important thing is that you need to understand the value of that certificate or veracity of the certificate, that what this certificate is going to give you. Can this certificate will give you empanelment? If yes, then do it. If that will take you to international, you can upgrade yourself from that certificate to international, then do that. Do that. And the third thing is about the accreditation. Accreditation is like a certification about your experience. So there are no institution in India which provides accreditation, except AppCam, where where I'm executive director, that is Asia Pacific Center for Arbitration and Mediation. So that only provide accreditations. So if suppose you will be accredited arbitrator, then accreditation means that nobody can doubt about your knowledge, because accreditation जो है ना earn किया जाता है सर्टिफिकेट के बाद. अगर आपको जो ट्रेनिंग आप कर रहे हो, उस ट्रेनिंग में आपको accreditation नहीं मिल रहा है या कुछ भी, तो फायदा क्या करने का. अगर आपको ये लगता है कि भाई हमने सिर्फ नॉलेज के लिए किया, देयर वाज अ गर्ल हु केम टू मी एंड शी डिड training with us, in Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation. And after having that training, about the mediation, she said that I want to join this training. She showed me one thing more and she said, madam, I want to join this training also. I said, okay, fine. Then she joined that training. So that is good to get information or knowledge, more knowledge. Because I also, if you see me, I did my first training from Delhi High Court, second training from Indian Institute of Arbitration Mediation, third training from Pepperdine University, fourth training from Harvard Law School, then fifth training again from the Harvard Law School, sixth training from cedar, that is organization in UK. So I have done around 6-7 trainings. So but I made a base from one training, and then I keep on doing or brushing up myself, in a different manner. So that you should do. नॉलेज कभी व्यस्त नहीं जाती, कोई भी चीज कभी व्यस्त नहीं जाती, अगर आप उसमें इन्वेस्ट करोगे तो आपको वापस जरूर मिलेगा, प्रोवाइडेड दैट यू शुड बी द वन हु वांट टू वेंचर इनटू इट. आपको एक फायर होना बहुत जरूरी है. यू नीड टू हैव अ फायर इन योरसेल्फ. इफ यू मिस दैट फायर, बिलीव मी, आपके सामने खाना भी रखा होगा, आप खा भी नहीं पाओगे. आपके सामने रखोगे, बिकॉज फॉर दैट ऑल्सो you have to raise your hand and you have to put it in your mouth. Automatic नहीं हो जाएगा. So for this also, if suppose these kind of webinars also, it is like a food in front of you, in front of your plate. But for the reason which I have told you, you have to do actions. You have to take efforts. बिना efforts के तो भाई कुछ भी नहीं मिलता, कुछ भी नहीं मिलता. वो तो आपको करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है ना? So this is what you can do. So take memberships, connect yourself on the LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn, and keep on, following the people to whom you feel that I should be like this. And please be aware of the WhatsApp university and the LinkedIn ki bhi university hai. There are people who knows nothing, but they pretend that they knows everything and they start things also, but वो कुछ नहीं आता, कुछ नहीं आएगा जब आप उनसे मिलोगे. बट बिकॉज दे आर ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म, you can't see their personality, you can't meet them. The moment you will see them, you will understand that they doesn't know anything. They can't, they hardly, guide you. So that is also something which you have to understand. You have to make a difference, that how you can identify the correct people, or you can follow the correct people, and you can get to the right mentor. So that is very important thing. So this is what all I wanted to say. And in the end, if I would say that, if suppose you are the people who can contribute, then it is very, very good. Suppose you can contribute in the way you can coach any team, you can judge in any competition. So that is something which is very important for all of us. So you, in that manner, you can contribute towards the society. So this is all, which I wanted to say. Now I'm happy to take the questions also, so that we can discuss more what you want to understand also. So if I can, and one more thing, whatever I have told you, sir, these are the mini steps. These are not the very, very big things, which you need to do. बहुत छोटे छोटे steps हैं, लेकिन these are all my own experience. These are all my own experience. And females are not much in arbitration, and we need to see more females. And with this, you will be having financial independence. And don't underestimate anybody who is doing great, because they are here because of something. So be respectful to each of us, or each, everyone. This is what I wanted to say. So now I can see some questions in the chat box. So let me take that, how many questions I can take from here.
Ma'am, I will read the questions, then you can answer the queries for that.
Sorry.
I will read the questions for you, then I.
Yes, please.
The first question is of Mohammed Ansari. A conflict between two parties which need to be referred to appropriate platform. That's all.
Sorry.
And the question is the conflict between two parties which need to be referred to the appropriate platform.
No, I think that is when I was asking what is arbitration. So that was an answer for that. So
Uh, Next is the how a first year law student starts as a arbitration as a career.
First year student. So first year student need to understand what is ADR, and the first year student can, can be the part of institutions, like, can help them, institutions also, and can manage the files and can do research for the institution, or for the judges, or for the lawyers. So that is what the first year student can do. First year student always are very, very useful for us, first, second, and third year students, because they can do a lot of research work, they can innovate so many things. You can be part of your, if you are in the law college, then you can be part of your ADR center. So you must be having ADR center, or you must be having mediation or arbitration center. So you can be part of that. So join that group. That will be very, very good if you could join it.
The
That
next
is how
question,
you can start.
yeah, the next question of the Weber Verma is the how arbitration is better than mediation.
So it is no, there is no comparison, as I already answered this, I think, in the beginning, that arbitration and mediation will go hand in hand. Now there is a provision which you call the mixed mode. So when you will be having arbitration, you can go for mediation, and nobody can stop you going arbitration if you are having mediation, provided the dispute will be commercial in nature. Then you can do both together. So it will be hand in hand, and mostly you have to identify the dispute, being or seeing the dispute. Then you can diagnose to the party or prescribe to the party that what is best for them. So it will depend upon the dispute. I could see one more question is that, as a female law practitioner, how does a career in arbitration secure our profession? See, this is very, very important question. Many people, they feel that the females are only good for the matrimonial disputes. That is not correct. Females are not only good for the matrimonial disputes, and I could see that most of the females, they just join, the things which are matrimonial in nature, or which are more, emotional, a type of disputes also. So that is not correct. Now females are very much there into mediation and into arbitration, and arbitration is something which is commercial in nature, and you can see that you need to analyze the contracts also. So that is what I understand, that the arbitration is now the future. Arbitration is future, mediation is also future, and mediation will take more things, will lead in this field, because mediation, we come up with a new law, which is a very, very good law. So, and also it will take lead over arbitration maybe in future. So being a female, you can do a lot in arbitration, because there are not much female. So you can make your name and fame. It is still unexplored field. Still we need good mediator, still we need good arbitrator who are females, and arbitration lawyer who are females. So financial security, fame, name, and money, provided you should be getting a good guidance, provided you are on the right path. देखो पता है क्या होता है, if suppose we are on the right track, कई बार क्या होता है, हमारी प्रोग्रेस जो होती है थोड़ी स्लो होती है, और कभी प्रोग्रेस हमारी थोड़ी सी फास्ट होती है. इफ सपोज यू आर वेरी लकी पर्सन एंड यू हैव टेकन द राइट पाथ, देन यू विल मूव वेरी, वेरी फास्ट. आपकी फास्ट 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 हो जाता है ये बहुत चीजें. सपोज इफ यू आर द पर्सन हु गेट्स थिंग्स, आफ्टर लॉट ऑफ स्ट्रगल, अलग अलग तरह के लोग होते हैं, बट इवन देन इफ यू आर ऑन द राइट डायरेक्शन, आप चले जाओगे राइट डायरेक्शन, एंड definitely in the end you will get what you want. But if you have taken the wrong direction, if your direction is not something which is being decided, or which you are confused, then you will not be able to reach. The most important thing is to decide where you want to go, what is your calling. That is something which is very, very important. So if you have to take the right direction, kabhi zyada jaldi, kabhi late, lekin aap pahunchoge zarur destination, right?
Next question is how to register with Indian Council of Arbitration.
See, mediation council or the arbitration council, these are the councils from with which the institution will be registered. And if you are a lawyer also, after once they will be notified, they are not notified yet, notified but not formed so far. The government is in the process of forming the arbitration council or the mediation council. So once it is formed, they will give you the guideline how to get registered. It is not something which is institution will also get registered, and you will be also registered as an arbitrator and mediator. So that registration will be done also with the arbitration council or the mediation council. And but for that, they will be providing the guidance. Very soon it is going to be notified, not going to be formed, and very soon you will see the results also, at what they want basically. So maybe a kind of training they will be, providing this training, this accreditation, and then after having this training, 40 hours training or this thing, then you will be eligible to get registered yourself with these organizations.
Next question is from Tanvi Rathi. What is the scope of arbitration in international law?
What is the scope of arbitration in international law? Re Baba, pura scope hai. It's full of, you know, opportunities and full of field, because I told you that arbitration is the global profession, because you will get a lot here, you will get a lot. And since it is a tribunal practice, you need not to give the bar exam, you need not to clear any dual wakalat thing or so. You need not to do that, but you will be just having one training and accreditation and empanelment. You can go, let's say if you want to practice in Thailand, then there's a Thailand arbitration center, you can empanel them yourself there, and you will get the cases. If suppose there's Singapore arbitration center, you need to empanel there, then you will get the cases. In India, there are so many institutions, you need to empanel there and you can get the cases. So that is how, it is based on institutional service and institutional practice, and you can be empaneled yourself. So that is a great advantage.
The next question from Pragya Pandey is, there is always a commercial dispute in arbitration?
It is always commercial dispute in arbitration.
Uh,
I can see one more question which is very interesting, that how to proceed arbitration empanelment and the panel enrollment for the non-lawyer. Is doing LLB? No, LLB is not the criteria for becoming an arbitrator or even for the mediator, because anybody can be arbitrator and mediator. The only thing is that you need to empanel yourself with any institution. Many institutions, they provide you a training. Post training, they will empanel you, or few without. See, first thing is that you have to do the training. Without training, even the institution which don't require any training, but they will be asking how much you know about arbitration, then you need to mention that I have done this training or this certification course or something. That is very good. Now these days there are diplomas also are happening in many institutions, many colleges. That is also very good. But with regard to the empanelment, I do not know how much those diploma will support you. But a training which is given by the institution will definitely support you, because they will give you empanelment also. As you see that IIAM, Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation, suppose somebody will be doing training with us, then we provide empanelment as well. So that is one thing.
Next query from Afreen is pertaining to eligibility of the arbitrator.
Eligibility, there is no eligibility. If party wants you to be act as an arbitrator, then you can be. But the professional requirement is that you should be doing training. You should have the training done. You should know about the arbitration, and you should morely you should be visible as an arbitrator. Your visibility should be there.
And the next question from Prashant Chukla. Ma'am, can we practice online as an arbitrator or mediator?
See, that is a mode of doing arbitration and mediation. You can do it, but don't make it or don't confine yourself to one mode. Physical mode is far better than this. So now there are a lot of service providers who are providing ODR facilities, and they will ask you to register yourself, and you can be arbitrator there, you can be a lawyer there. So that is only just a way of doing it. That is a mode of doing it. But by this, you are confining yourself. So don't confine. That is not appropriate. Expand yourself.
Next question from Ayush Srivastava. Ma'am, I am studying in 4 year of BA LLB. What should I do?
Now it is a high time for you. If you are in fourth year, then it is a high time for you. There are few institutions which provide internships. Should follow that institution. That is DIAC, Delhi High Court. I do not know from which place you are. Ayush, if Ayush is from Delhi, then you can approach to Delhi International Arbitration Center. You can approach to any other institutions. Or if suppose you are in any other state and which state has any arbitration center, then you should approach to the centers, because center provide you the understanding of the administering the arbitration. That is one thing. Second thing is you should join a lawyer who should, if suppose you want to do an arbitration, then you should join a lawyer who are doing arbitration. Now these days judges are also retired judges, they also keep, students who can manage their files also, because managing file in arbitration is completely different than litigation. You need to understand what is there in arbitration, so you should join some either law firm or dispute resolution team, or and it is very important for you, because you are in fourth year, so now you don't have time.
Next question from Anurupa Pal. Does doing LLM with some kind of specialization boost our career in arbitration, especially as a first generation female law student?
See, that will be very, very effective if you will be doing LLM in ADR, in arbitration or in ADR, because now we need more people. You see that the faculties who are teaching arbitration, there is the requirement, a huge gap which can be filled by this. So you should be doing, and don't feel that you are a female also, because you have to abominate those things, and you have to come out from those kind of things. You have to break the barriers and you have to break the ceilings.
The next question from Pranjali Deshpande. Can you please explain the scope of research in the domain of arbitration?
See, that question, if you could send me via mail, because that required a long deliberation, because it is a, see, everything in arbitration required research. Everything. If it is an award, patently illegal award, what are the challenges in award, how the objection should be filed in award. See, if suppose if you take one topic that is award, that can be done. If suppose you take one topic that is cost or deposits in award, in arbitration, that could be itself impartiality, independence. Unilateral appointment these days is becoming very, very common. So unilateral appointment, I think that you should do it, seeing or keeping in view the judgment Parkinson's, or even the non-stamping of the contract. That itself is a very huge topic to discuss. So an arbitration is full of research things also.
The next question from Pragya Pandey. Ma'am, I am second year student pursuing BA LLB. How can I start?
I think that I have already covered the year student or second year student. It hardly matters. You should join some internships immediately. And I could see one question from Muhammad Ansari also, that my question is, I am a professional working in UAE on occupational health, safety and environmental profession, registered lawyer in back 2010. So question I could not see. This is an introduction. But if suppose you are in UAE is a hub for arbitration and environmental disputes now, and this is becoming very, very common, and environmental issues are now resolved through arbitration. So that is a very, very good field. If you would like to explore, then you can explore it. Any other question?
And the next question from AS Sonu. It is true that it is a formal process like judicial process and takes too much time than mediation.
See, there is a statutory period that is 1 year time, which is given in section 29A, that you have to resolve your dispute, or adjudication of the dispute will be done like this. And it is like a judicial process. Yes, it is a quasi-judicial process, because there will be an award that is a formal judgment and will be published by or given by the arbitrator. And but the thing is, the setting is more informal, and the selection of the arbitrator will be depend upon you, and you can select the place where you want to do arbitration. So it is much user friendly, it is much effective, time effective, but mediation, as I told you, is something which is completely different than arbitration. Mediation is a dialogue, mediation where both the party want to sit and resolve. But in arbitration, let's say there is a dispute and one party doesn't want to come at this point of time to resolve this dispute, but they have agreed that if suppose any dispute will be arising, then they will go for arbitration. In that case, you can compel another party to come and join you, but in mediation you can't compel. So that is the difference.
And the next question from Anurupa Pal is, as a female law practitioner, how does a career in arbitration secure our profession?
I think I have already answered this.
The next question from Vansh Dhaka. What is the eligibility criteria for young ICCA membership?
Nothing, only you should be actively involved in arbitration things also. If you are you are 10+2, then it is good for you. If you are in graduation, that is enough.
And the next question from Himang Jain. How to proceed for arbitration empanelment and panel enrollment for non-lawyers? Is doing LLB
This is
really?
also I have answered.
Okay. Is there any eligibility criteria for joining SISC?
No, you should be young. If you want to join free, then you should be young.
Ma'am, I am in my last year of graduation. What things I should prepare before starting my career in arbitration?
And last year of graduation. Okay. And then again, I will say that you should do trainings because now you are eligible to get the training and get yourself impaneled. That is one thing. Second thing is you should understand the soft laws and the arbitration law. You should read the report, that is AP Shah's report. That is responsible for 2015 amendment, and Justice B.N. Krishna Iyer report that has the genesis for 2019 amendment. And also you should do some trainings, write some papers, and mostly should be the training. You should join some training.
The next question from Sachin Tiwari, no, from Nashim Rashid, sorry. Which specialization in LLM is good?
Masters. See, I am the person who is from ADR, so I'll say ADR.
The next question from Sachin Tiwari. Ma'am, I have just doing internship in International Arbitration and Mediation Center. Is any scope in international organization to join? If there, how can I join?
Yes, you can join ICC, that is Paris. You can join SIAC, Singapore International Arbitration Center. They provide six months internship. And you can join United Nations internship also. They also provide the internships. And if you want, you can connect me on my LinkedIn. I can tell you that I can share the links with you that how these internships you can secure. These are the international internships with UNCITRAL, United Nations, with ICC, with SIAC, all outside the India.
The next question from Himang Jain. Whose panels are good to get first cases as arbitrators or panel members? CIARB or IIAM?
See, one thing is that CR is a body which provides accreditation. CR never have the panel for arbitrators and not provide any work. Now they have started little arbitrators panel, but that also by the people who are specialized into arbitration. So CR is the body which provides accreditation, and IAM is an institution which provide accreditation, training, and empanelment. So there is no match, no comparison. Both organizations that caters different need.
And the next question from again Himang Jain. Can you elaborate about Indian institutes for empanelment?
So, see, every institutions will be having different rules for the empanelment. Let's say, if suppose if it is DIAC, Delhi International Arbitration Center, that is in the Delhi High Court. So they ask that you should be having more than 10 years of your practice. Second is your 10 arbitrations within 2 months, 10 arbitral award, or 10 arbitration engagement within 2 years. Or either you will be having 10 commercial, your presence in the 10 commercial disputes in Delhi High Court or Supreme Court, or even in the lower court, that will be acceptable. So that is how different institution will have a different provision. If you talk about the private institution like IAMI and other like IIAC or other institutions, so they will be having their own rules. So let's say, suppose if I talk about IIM, so IIM will be giving empanelment to the one who will be doing trainings, and then there will be assessment, and also they should be like a graduated people, like 10 plus 2 plus 3. Suppose if you are in fourth year of your law, then you can do. If you are joining, if you have joined 3 years of law after graduation, then you can do in your first year also. So 10 plus 2 plus 3. That is the requirement. So that there are a lot of institutions. You need to go through the rules, and the rules you will see that how you can get the empanelment, whether it is by training, whether it is by your experience, whether it is by way of something else. So they will provide a clear idea about it. But there are institutions, they open empanelment with certain conditions or certain criteria. You need to understand those criteria.
The next question from Pragya Pandey. Is a CS can be play role of arbitrator?
Yes, why not? There are lot of I am giving training in company secretaries institutes, and I am writing a I have written recently a book also. So that is very very important.
The next question from The next question from Afrin, but ma'am, as the disputes are commercial in nature, so there might be some skills that arbitrator needs to have.
Yes, and that is why I said you should be having training, because the important is that you should understand the process very well. If suppose you will not understand the process, then it will be very difficult.
Ma'am,
And you should, yes.
next question from Shivi Sharma. How does the panel work, ma'am? Can you elaborate?
How does the
Panel work, ma'am. Can you elaborate?
panel work? Acha, if uh, I don't know what panel work is. I do not understand the answer. Basically, how does a panel work, or what? How you will get the? This is something I do not understand. How
Uh,
does the panel work?
the next question from Kumari Arpita,
No,
ma'am.
no, no. Now I could see how does the panel work, ma'am? Can you elaborate? See, the party need to select the mediator or the arbitrator from the panel, and they will be giving the names from the panel, and they will be selecting through panel, and that is how the panel works. Or suppose if I do not know the exact you know thing what you want to ask Shivi.
And the next is the ma'am. I am in first year. How we can start now onwards to develop skill which are important.
As I told you that research and research work is very important. You can join any senior also. You can join uh, your uh, your own centers, college institutions, that is ADR centers, and also you should join some mood competition. That is very important at this stage, because you will get to know how to understand the problem, what are the understanding the issues, procedural and substantive issues, and also you will be having an idea about the research work, about the soft laws, about the procedure, about the rules and everything. So that is very important, that if you should join the trainings, that mood competitions.
How can a first year BA LLB student start ADR?
This is what I already answered just now.
Uh, is it compulsory to get internships of arbitration in duration of LLB?
If you want, um, if you really want to flourish yourself into arbitration, if you want to make your career into arbitration, yes, definitely, because you will never able to understand what is arbitration unless you will not give yourself into that internships.
Can you suggest some sources from which I can enhance my practical knowledge on arbitration laws? I mean, what more part apart following judgments?
Sorry, can you come again?
Can you suggest sources from which I can enhance my practical knowledge on arbitration laws? I mean, what more apart from the following judgments?
See, for that reason you need to connect somebody, who is doing arbitration, so that you will stay with that person and you will get the practical experience. By joining the sessions, or by joining the arbitration proceedings, you can get to know about the practical aspect. Practical aspect is not something which is very easy, which is not bookish. You cannot learn in webinars or seminars. It is a thing which you will see from your eyes, then only you can learn. And for that reason you need to join the arbitration proceeding. But again, let me tell you, these are the proceedings which are very confidential in nature. It is very difficult to to see or to watch, because it is not the open court proceedings. So you need to join some lawyer or somebody who will be doing these kind of practices, and then you can go to the tribunal to attend the proceedings.
The next question from Shambhavi. Can you please let us know as to how an advocate who is into litigation can manage both litigation and arbitration learning?
So that is I'm doing. I am doing litigation and arbitration. See, one thing is arbitration will be happening in tribunal, but that is again similarly like the court. And then suppose once the award is given or delivered, if you want to challenge that award, then you have to challenge it in the court. So it will merge. So this practice is, let's say I always say it is two levels. One level is before the tribunal, that is also in the form of litigation. And if suppose you will be going to level two, that is also in the form of litigation, but level two will be in the court. Level one is the tribunal. That is, either in the hotel or either in the arbitration institution, anywhere it can happen. So you can manage it, no problem.
Ma'am, what challenges did you face when starting your arbitration career and how did you overcome them?
See, for this you have to keep one more, what you call, one more session.
Sec-
because
we
it was like, let me tell you in a brief that it was not the small thing which I faced. It was very very great, you know time when I remember those time, and I feel that how, I crossed those time, maybe with the help of some good people in my life. I would be able to overcome those timings. There are a lot of girls who came with me, when they joined, this either litigation or the court or anything, but retention was very few able to stay here. They left for one reason or another reason, maybe just a family issue. Sometimes, they were not able to cope with the situation. Sometimes they were not able to face the challenges. So that is, and also when they were in the family way, so they left also because of the babies also. So at one point or another point, female will get, a different kind of layers, where you will see and you will feel that now it is not possible for me to proceed further, and I need to step down from my profession, because there are family challenges, there are other challenges. When you feel that only the compromise which you can do is from your profession, and you step down from your professional life, and you will be, giving more care towards your family or other things. But what I feel is that you always need to find a substitute also for your family and other things. Otherwise, compromising your career is not something which is very good. I also get so many occasions where I feel I need to step down. But the only thing which I had in my mind is, Iram, please, you should not step down. Find out the other alternatives, that how you can manage both. तो वो करना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर आपने स्टार्ट डाउन कर लिया एक बार, then coming back to the same position is very very difficult and tough, because by that time there will be a lot of people who are already, who will be there, already, once you will be coming back. So that is one thing. That is the first challenge which I feel, that the urge to coming down or step down from the professional place. So that's something you should not do. You should always find substitute. Either you should be, suppose in the family way, you manage some with some mates. If suppose you are, getting married, or try to see that how the career aspects also. And if suppose if I will be getting the same comfort in my career or not. So don't just give up. Try to manage the things in your own way, and try to negotiate things in your own way. And another thing is, which I feel the most difficult task, is that, getting mentor. That is something which is very very difficult. You feel that this person will help me, but you will not get, that kind of help from each and everybody. So if you are genuine, if you have integrity, if you are the person with, loyalty, then you will get good people in your life. So my funda is, or my understanding is, if you will be with a person of integrity, you will never fail. One point of time or point of time, you will get good people in your life, who will help you in your getting your destination, because they will feel that you are a harmless person, you are a good person, you should achieve this. But the moment you will be playing, with the people, you will be playing with the emotions, you will be trying to be over smart, you will be having no integrity, then see, you will not wipe out from one office, but you will be wiped out from the industry, because this industry is again very small. One person will communicate to other, or it is like it will be known to each and everyone, then your pattern will be exposed. So I think that this was not a challenge, but this is again a kind of thing which I would like to share to all of you, that be the person of integrity, be the person of loyalty, and then you think that you will be able to face all the challenges. एंड एवरीबडीज लाइफ इज फुल ऑफ चैलेंज. हर किसी की जिंदगी में चैलेंजेस. आई टोल्ड यू, हर मॉर्निंग में उठकर होती थी कि आज नहीं करना है ये काम, अब वापस ही जाना है घर, अब नहीं रहना दिल्ली में, अब नहीं करना आगे कुछ। और एवरी मॉर्निंग फिर रो के उठ के जाती थी, एवरी इवनिंग वाइल कमिंग बैक फ्रॉम द कोर्ट, के कल तो जाऊंगी नहीं। एंड देन एवरी डे आई थिंक दैट ये नहीं करूंगी तो क्या करूंगी। एंड देन एवरी डे आई डिसाइड कि नहीं, आई हैव टू गो बैक। सी, देयर आर फ्यू पीपल हु हैव सेल्फ मोटिवेशन, जिनके अंदर खुद ब खुद एक मोटिवेशन है, जो खुद को आगे खींच के ले जाते हैं। एक तो वो होना चाहिए। और अगर वो नहीं है तो भाई यू शुड बी इन अ सर्किल वेयर द पीपल कैन पुल यू, दैट भाई चलो। people should push you and they should pull you कि भाई तुम्हें करना ही करना है। So either you have that circle or either you have self motivation. If you are a lazy person, then try to get along with those kind of people who keep on pushing you. That is the requirement. बहुत जरूरी है, बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है। ठीक है, so I think I have taken more time, and still there are 120 students who are stuck on the lovely evening of their Sunday. Must be so many things for them to go around with their girlfriends also, but they are stuck with me. So I think
So we can wind up the session.
yes.
As we come to the conclusion of our insightful and engaging webinar on unlocking the future, how to build a successful career in the arbitration, it is my pleasure to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to all of you for being a part of this a wonderful session today. First and foremost, I would like to express our deepest gratitude to our esteemed speaker, Advocate Iram Majid ma'am, for sharing her wealth of knowledge and experience with us. Your expertise and valuable insights into the field of arbitration have provided us with a clear roadmap to building a successful career in this dynamic area. We are truly inspired by your words and grateful for the time you have taken to guide and educate us today, and we give extra time for the questions you have gave us
No
today.
problem. And if
As
some questions are left, then you can send me email. The students can also, I have sent, somebody has asked my email, so I have sent the email also. If somebody wants, to approach, they can send the questions on the LinkedIn account because I'm available there, so no problem.
A special thanks to all of our participants for your active engagement and thoughtful questions. We hope this session has given you the tools and inspiration to explore the exciting opportunities in arbitration and take meaningful steps towards a successful career. If your feedback form is not submitted, you can contact me. My number is present in the WhatsApp group. So once again, thank you all for your presence, and we look forward to having you. And we look forward to having you with us in the future events also. Have a wonderful day ahead. Happy learning.